Hey everybody, welcome back to the next edition of 2025's roundup of my autograph collection. New autographs in the collection over the last couple of months. As you know, if you saw the last video, I'm playing catch up a little bit for various reasons, health reasons. I haven't had a chance to make some videos till now, but this is me trying to catch up on my collection. This video, I should say, is very book heavy. I stopped doing TTM for a while, but did manage to get some books through charity shops, etc. So this is pretty much what this video is based on. So I hope you enjoy. So let's crack on. So the first book I've got here is Meg Mason's book, Sorrow and Bliss. This was a charity shop purchase. I think for most of my charity shop purchases, they cost somewhere between 50p and £1. I don't think I paid any more than that for any of them. But if I did, I'll let you know. Okay, so yeah, this one, not the sort of thing I'd normally pick up, to be honest, but it was a Waterstones exclusive signed edition, so I decided to pick this one up. Meg Mason, I don't know anything about her as an author, but you can see here it is detailed in the book as signed by the author, and you can see her signature there, so that one has now been added to the collection. Next up is Carrie Hope Fletcher. I think this is actually the second Carrie Hope Fletcher I've got in the collection. I got her via Venue as well. So this is my first book, though, from her. She's a theatre actress, very famous theatre actress, particularly in the UK. And this is her book On the Other Side. It is dedicated to somebody else. You can see it says to Rebecca Jane Carey. But to be honest, I don't care about personalisations in books. It really doesn't bother me, particularly if I want the person. I believe the Meg Mason I just mentioned and this one and one other, although I can't recall which it was, were 3 for £1. So I actually got all 3 for £1, which was a bargain. So yeah, that was really cool. It might have even been this one actually, which is this book by Justin Webb, The Gift of a Radio, My Childhood and Other Train Wrecks. This is Justin Webb, who I believe is a journalist, a fairly respected journalist in the UK. Again, I don't know a great deal about him, but it was a signed copy. It says Best Wishes, J.A. Webb. Probably is the sort of thing I'd read, actually. It looks like the sort of book I'd probably have a read of at some point. So I might take it with me in the summer when I go away. I have a little read of that. So yeah, I believe if my memory serves me correct, those 3 books were the 3 that were on 3 for £1. So I might not have normally picked up the Meg Mason. I might not have picked up the Carrie Hope Fletcher normally, but as they were 3 for £1, I thought, why not? Next up, I've never heard of this author before, but the book sounds absolutely brilliant, and I'm definitely going to read it. It's a book called Chain Gang All Stars. I'm not even going to attempt to try and mangle the name of this author because I'll make a mess of it. I know I will. Nana Kwame is his first name. I know this author's. This is his first book. He's written a short story before, but this is his first full-length novel. And basically, it's about chain gang in American prisons where they're forced to fight against each other, sort of battle royale style. Sounds really interesting, and I absolutely loved his autograph in the front of the book. I thought that's just so much flourish in the autograph. I think it's absolutely brilliant. So I'm definitely going to read this. This one looks great. I'm really pleased to add this to the collection. Next up, I believe this one was about 20 pence. Lots of people may not have heard this particular chap. He's a Welsh comedian called Owen Money. I do have him from via Venue once before, but I think this is 20p, as I say. And this is his book, my autobiography, Money Talks, and it's signed to my old mate Bill, Best Wishes, Owen Money. It's always really sad when there's like a real personalisation. Like I've got a Michael Palin book that sort of says, to Dave on your retirement or something like that. And it's just kind of a bit sad that I'm guessing Dave's maybe passed away and it's just ended up in the charity shop. But, at least it's gone to a good home and it's not ended up in landfill. So, yeah. Next up, Ant Middleton. I see his stuff all the time, particularly online. I'd never buy one normally, but I know for a fact this was 50p. I didn't have him in the collection, so I picked this one up. This is his First Man In book. Ant is a former SAS soldier, and he's a TV presenter, does lots of SAS-related stuff. And this was a signed copy of his book, so I thought, I'll put one in the collection at least, so I can say I've got one from him. Again, this is the sort of thing I wouldn't normally picked up. This is Anton de Beek. He's a professional dancer, does Strictly Come Dancing and all that sort of stuff. I wouldn't have picked it up, but again, it was only 20p for this hardback book. I might actually give this to my mother-in-law because she's going away on holiday later in the year, so she'll probably read it. So I might give it to her just as a gift to take with her. It's his book, One Enchanted Evening. It's definitely not the sort of thing I'd read at all. But you can see it's signed here inside. Quite a nice big signature. So nice to add to the collection, but it's very likely this might end up on someone else's bookshelf before the end of the year. Next up is James Corden signed book. This one was £1, I believe. I cannot stand James Corden, although he's obviously brilliant as Smithy and Gavin and Stacey. I love Gavin and Stacey, but I can't stand him as a person. I have met him before, and he's just not a very nice person at all, unfortunately. I do have this already in my collection, but this is a better copy of his autograph. But I really wanted this, A, for the Gavin and Stacey part of the collection, but also for the Doctor Who collection, because he was in Doctor Who as well, played Craig in the Matt Smith run of the series, and he was in a couple of episodes, and it's just a nicer version of his autograph. So I decided to pick this one up. I probably wouldn't pick up any more if I saw them again. I may even sell the other version I've got, because it's not quite as good a quality copy, so I might sell that in the future. Next up is Stacey Dooley. Stacey's again, she's a presenter and a journalist, does lots of very hard-hitting social commentary type programs, documentaries. And this is in the charity shop. This is £1, I believe, and this is on the front line with Women Who Fight Back. It didn't say you signed or anything. I'm just flicking through all the pages and saw this lovely big Stacey Dooley signature in the front, so I had to get that for £1. Brand new to the collection. Don't have Stacey, so I'm happy to add that one in the collection. And last up, this is the first thing that's not a book in here. This is a TTM request, would you believe, or it might be via Venue. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, but this was sent 7 years ago. So I sent this out in 2018 at some point. Keep a record of what I said now and when, just so I can keep a track of how long things take to come back. So this was 7 years in the making, brand new to the collection. Don't have Arthur up until this point. You can see he signed both my Doctor Who pictures, this one here and this one here, probably the ones he signs most for most people, this group shot and then this single shot of him as well as Rory from the Matt Smith period of Doctor Who. So yeah, brand new to the Doctor Who collection, Arthur Darvill. So cheers, Arthur. Took 7 years, but you got there in the end, mate. And that's it. That's it for this video. Thank you very much. That's caught up again. I've got a whole load more stuff to add, and I'll add those for the next video, which will be out probably in a couple of weeks' time. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please do leave some comments below. I love to hear from people who collect as well, or enjoy the videos, or makes it worthwhile if people comment and like and subscribe. At least I know there's a point of making these videos for people to actually watch them. So thanks very much. Take care. Have a good sort of long bank holiday weekend if you're off in the UK. And I'll speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.